Okay, awesome. So you guys, we're going to be talking a little bit about onboarding coaches and this is really going to just be a relaxed call, but I think that sometimes we get so caught up with the onboarding process and we overcomplicate it a lot, and we think that we shouldn't talk about the discount or like, oh, we just, whatever. So I hope that through what me and Javen are going to kind of talk about tonight, that kind of feel a little bit better about talking about the coaching opportunity and also presenting the discount option really consistently, because that's how I built my ranks. I built to diamond by onboarding discount coaches until I found those business building coaches. And so if you're on here and your goal is to rank advanced and your goal is to, get to diamond or emerald or whatever, then, utilizing the discount opportunity to help people sign up as coaches is a great way to build your business and your team. So I honestly don't really have a whole lot of notes. I don't have a whole lot of I don't have a PowerPoint, but literally I just wanted to talk about something that has helped me get to my rank, something that I do with every single client that I talk to that is committing to sign up. So I actually had, and Javen, I didn't get a chance to actually paste your message onto a document because I was running late. So when I get to that point, maybe you want to just paste it in the chat or something for an example. So I kind of just wanted to dive into talking about the discount opportunity. And then I wanted to talk a little bit about talking more about the business opportunity and really finding those people that, have the same vision as you, those rock star coaches that you need on your team. Okay, that's fine, honey. You're good. So to start off talking about the discount as far as coaching goes, I present the discount opportunity to every single person that is committing to sign up as a challenger. So we've had our conversation, we've talked goals, I've explained what's involved, we chit chat back and forth, I get to know where she's at. And then she's like, yes, I want to sign up. I am so excited. What's next? That's kind of the question. So I wanted to share my screen really fast because I quickly just typed this up. My scripting changes all the time. I don't have a specific thing that I stick to every single time. I really don't, because I usually just type it out on the fly. But a lot of times it looks something like this, and I'm just going to share my screen. So when you are getting to the point where you are offering, or they're excited, they want to sign up, you need to just send them a share cart and get them going. I always ask them about signing up as a discount coach. So it looks kind of something like this. So they already said everything. They want to sign up. Once they commit to that, I usually say something like this. Awesome. I'm so excited to do this together. Okay, there are 2 different options to order and both cost the same to sign up. The first option is to sign up as a customer and pay $160 now, and then you'll pay retail for all future orders like Shakeology, etc. As your coach, I highly recommend drinking Shakeology daily for best results, and it's $130 a bag. The second option is to order as a coach. You'll still pay $160 now, but you'll get a 25% discount on all future orders and make Shakeology only $97 a bag. You can also cancel your coach account anytime if you decide not to continue. Let me know which option sounds best to you, and I'll send you a sign-up email and plug you in. So this is something that I've been kind of testing. I've said things in different ways over the last couple years, but I think you kind of have to develop your own voice when it comes to talking about the discount coach opportunity, because you have to kind of find what works for you and your vibe. For me, I really like to point out that it's free to sign up. I didn't even actually put that in there. I like to point out that it is free to sign up with signing up as a customer with your package, and it can be canceled at any time. I think when I say that, they don't feel like they're locked into anything. They know that they have an out, because I feel like there's so many different companies these days that penalize you for canceling or you're locked in forever, or it's a hassle and you're committing to like giving your life away and selling your third child. You know, I don't know. They're just like really picky about that. So I think just emphasizing that they can cancel at any time and that it's free to sign up is a really good way to approach it. And then usually I get questions about, you know, so if I say that, sometimes I get, well, what's the catch? What do I have to do? Like, what's the catch? Why, you know? And so if they say that, I literally say, well, there's actually no catch at all. There's really no catch. I mean, you're signing up to get a discount. It's usually $40 to sign up as a coach, but that's waived with your challenge pack. And then there's a $16 coach membership fee. And even with that coach membership fee, you're still saving about $15 to $20 off of your Shakeology because of the discount. And so I kind of break that down if they ask. And I just kind of explain it that way. So I hope that kind of makes sense, but just know that if you have people that are committing to signing up with you, don't discount the discount. Don't discount, you know, not talking to them and actually presenting it to them. Because even if they choose not to, at least they know it's an option down the road. At least they know that they can actually do that. So maybe they do fall in love with Shakeology or Energize and Recover, and they remember you saying, oh, you can get 25% off, and they don't want to pay $129.95 for a whole bag of Shakeology. So I'm saying this to encourage you to constantly and consistently present it to everybody. And that's going to be how a great way to rank advance. It's going to be a great way to grow your team. It's also going to benefit them. Let's be honest. Yes, we want to grow our team and we want to onboard coaches, but we also want to help our clients save money. We want to help them invest in their health because they're going to freaking love Shakeology. But we also want to save the weight in their wallet because that's just, I mean, that's my passion. You know, if they didn't know about it, I would feel really bad. So don't be afraid to talk about it. And if you feel like, you know, I don't know, it's just awkward or you're not quite sure what to say, then that's when you should ask me or Javen or your upline or whatever and say, hey, how do you say this? And we can literally give you something to say to help you. But like I said, you kind of have to find your own voice with it and figure out what makes it work. Did you put that in the chat, Javen? Another example?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, perfect. Okay. Is there anything else you wanted to add to that, Javen?
No, I mean, I was the same way. Jen and I, she started a couple of weeks before me, but we literally went diamond around the same time. And it wasn't, like she said, it wasn't because we had business builders at all. Like my emeralds were my husband and my mom. So, I mean, you know, you build 4 and 4 on your right leg by discount coaches. And then those controlled accounts are the accounts that you get to emerald. Because, I mean, you can still, if your mom would give you that income, or like if it's your spouse account, of course, it's the same bank account. But, you know, I still do the same thing today. Like she said, every single person that is signing up with me, I even think from the beginning, I don't think there's anyone that I have never offered the discount to. It's just something that's a part of my conversation. Like she said, I say it in there, what I put in the chat, like it's totally cool either way, but literally like 95% of my people I enroll sign up as coaches because of this. And I think it's because I offer, you know, this and say, you know, I even am upfront and like there is a $15 coach fee each month. But even with that, with the 25% off, you are still saving. And I think that's key too there to say you're still saving money. And I think when you start to find your verbiage and like your wording with that, like there's not a lot of people out there that don't like to save money, right? And that's kind of like how I look at it is, you know, why wouldn't I tell someone about ways to save money? So that's kind of like the reason behind why I offer it. Like she said, we want them to save money. We want them to be in this for the long haul. And, you know, hopefully if they're just signing up as a client anyways, maybe they fall in love with it and they become a coach. Well, they already have their coach account. So it's just a super easy transition that way. So.
Yeah. And sometimes I tack on to my message, like, yeah, you're saving money. And it also gives you the opportunity to help a couple friends if they're interested in what you're doing down the road. Like, you can sign them up yourself. Like, I've tried to approach it different ways. And like I said, there's no right way to talk about things. You know what I mean? So don't be afraid. Just don't be afraid to talk about it, and just kind of find your own voice with explaining it. And just don't leave it unsaid, because what you don't want to have happen too is, like, if you don't mention it or talk about it, you know, it has happened where, you know, maybe you reach out to that client down the road and they've already, like, I don't know, signed up with somebody else by then or something like that too. So you want to take care of your clients, and I think presenting it in a way that helps them save, and all of that just helps a lot. So anyways, and then I also wanted to, do you guys have any questions about that at all? No? Okay. I just hope that makes sense. And then something else I wanted to talk about too was a little bit about finding business builders. And somebody asked me today, actually, like, how are you finding your business building coaches? I'm just like, I don't freaking know. I don't know. Don't mess with that right now, okay? Don't mess with that right now. Okay. Not right now, okay? It's just how it is, okay? I'm not really sure how I've been finding business builders, but I will tell you that a lot of times they come from your current challengers, because they fall in love with their health and fitness programming. They get results. Their friends start to notice. They start to ask them what they're doing. And then they're like, why am I not coaching? And why am I not jumping all over this? Because now I'm obsessed with Beachbody, and now I want to shout it out to all my friends. So that is, Laura is an example. That's one way to find your business builder. So take care. My point in that is, take care of your clients. Take care of the people that have signed up with you, that have already shown that they trust you, that are your current customers and clients, because those people, you have no idea the rock star coaches they're going to turn into, because of how the results they get and all that stuff. And then another way that I find business builders is actually going out and inviting people to join my team. Literally, like, so I think of Katie as an example. Actually, I'm gonna point you out a little bit. Literally, I just put up a poll in my stories, and I talk about coaching in my stories a lot. She voted on my poll, and I just reached out to her and said, hey girl, I saw you voted on my poll. Were you interested in learning more about coaching, joining our team? Either way, it's totally cool. And she said, yeah. So that was an invite. I put myself out there. I talked about coaching a little bit, and then I was so bold, and I just invited. So if you're sitting here and like, I just can't, I don't know, nobody wants to join my team, you know, they're not reaching out to me. Listen, they probably won't. The people that you're waiting for are probably waiting for you to reach out to them. So my encouragement, again, would just be intentional about your business. Go out and find your coaches. It's kind of like you know, I always think of this, and you guys might have heard of me say this already, but if you were like the boss of your own, like you are the boss of your own company, but like if you were trying to, a manager, and you needed to hire, I don't know, like a CSR or a front desk person or something, you would go put out an application for people to apply, and you would be on the lookout for people, and you would go recruit, and you would go try to find the people that you want to fill in your position that you're looking for. And I really feel like we need to think of coaching the same way. You know, what type of person are you looking for to join your team? What is your avatar? Like, what is your niche? Like, what qualities do you want them to have? What interests do you want them to have? And go find them. And for me, Instagram has been where it's at lately. I have been just more social on Instagram. I've been really following more people, engaging with them. And then I just literally, I find that person that I'm like, oh my gosh, I need her on my team. She's amazing. She's fun. She's hilarious. She's super on social media. And I just go and I send the invite. And we just have to be so bold as to do that. And I just want to encourage you guys on that too. But we also have to actually talk about coaching in our stories. We have to talk about it through our posts. We have to share why we love it. We have to share our story. We have to share how it's impacted our lives. And so all of those things together, it's fail proof. It is so fail proof. If you're constantly talking about it, if you're showing excitement about it, if you're, sharing those, even the small things that coaching has done for you, and then you're going for those invites, then there's no reason why your team shouldn't be growing. And if you're being proactive about all of this, you'll find those people. And you might find those people and they might quit on you. You know what I mean? You might build this team and, you have you're halfway to diamond, you're building it on discount coaches, and then they all go inactive all at once. That is definitely going to happen. It's definitely going to happen. But how we keep going in our business and grow it strong is we don't stop. We can't just stop inviting. We can't just stop, showing up to our business. We think, oh, we're diamond. Oh my gosh, yay. Oh, I guess I could use a vacation. I think I'll take this month off. And then your whole entire diamond rank just crumbles to the ground. And then it's just so much harder to build up momentum. So I'm kind of going all over the place with this, but I guess my whole point is if you want to grow a team and if you're looking for people to do this business with you and to get to the next rank in your business, you have to be proactive about it and you have to consistently talk about it. Have coach eyes and find people that are like you. Find people that you think would be amazing in this business and actually tell them that. Tell them, oh my goodness, I just creeped on your page. I've been following you for a couple weeks and I'm obsessed with you. Would you ever consider doing what I do as a coach? I think you would freaking rock because I can tell you're into health and fitness. That's an invite. And it would probably mean the world to them to get that message. If I got that message from somebody and they saw some qualities in me and they wanted me to join their team, I would be like, oh my gosh, really? Like, you think I'd be good? Okay, I should probably learn more about this. So however you want to be invited, however you got started as a coach, do that. It's not too complicated. Sometimes I have to take a step back and be like, how did I even learn about this opportunity? What made me sign up? It wasn't, anything's fancy. It was that my upline coach followed up with me and invited me to join. That's it. That's why I committed to it, because I had the opportunity to learn more. So that's really all I wanted to talk about as far as coaching goes, because I don't think it's a very overcomplicated thing, but I do think that it intimidates us a little bit. Like we start to, get comfortable in our business. We start to, find some clients and we hit Success Club and we're like, oh, we're doing good. But then we forget that we actually have to, if we want true success and a strong team and more income, we actually have to have like coaches on our team. So, okay, that's all I was going to say. Anything else, Steven, you wanted to add to that? I thought we could just
that was good. I do kind of want to add, like I know so many of us like have goals. Like we talk a lot about diamond, but like diamond's not the goal. So I kind of like want to break something down for you that I've learned. And so like, let's say your end of the year 2020 goal is 2-star. Okay, so there's so many benefits about being a 2-star diamond coach. So let's say that's your goal, and every single one of you have a possibility to make that happen in 2020, 1,000%. Let's say you're sitting at it as an emerald coach right now, though. So you're a current emerald with a goal of being 2-star. Okay, so really you're going to need like 3 diamonds to be a 2-star, if that makes sense, because you're going to have, diamonds fall in and out of rank. One thing that I did hear from the retreat that stuck with me, like as we continue to grow, it's hard to in your business, okay, this might sound bad, but like it's hard to trust a diamond. And the reason is because there's so many, like she was saying, inactives and actives that happen. Like you get to diamond and that's just the beginning. Okay. So I don't want that to sound bad, but like people fall in and out of ranks. So to be 2-star, you really need like 3 to hold that buffer, if that makes sense. So let's say, for instance, 1 in 10 coaches that you enroll, so 1 out of 10 that you enroll actually become a diamond. Okay? And let's say that 1 in every 20 business invites, so the coaching invites, actually turns into a coach signing up. 1 in 10 become a diamond. 1 in 20 invites actually sign up. Okay? So in order for us to have 3 diamonds, you're going to need 30 coaches in 6 months. Okay? 30 business building coaches in 6 months. Math, I'm math brained. That goes down to 5 new coaches every single month. Okay? Which would require 100 business invites every single month. Okay? Which breaks down to 24 business, 24-ish invites to coaching a week, which breaks down to 4 coaching invites a day. 6 days. That's only 6 days, taking a day off. 4 business invites a day to get to your 2-star diamond rank. And you might be saying, well, what does that mean? Okay, you get to open your second business center, you get to franchise yourself, and that means an $800 to $1,000 bonus every single quarter. Is that worth 4 business invites a day? $1,000 a quarter? To me, it is, right? So, like she was saying, you've got to go out there and you've got to really find your coaches and find the people who are like you. And just talking with Nicolette, like she struggled last year too, mentally, in her business and other things as well. And she will be up in front to tell you that she believes the reason why is because she's just letting coaches come to her. And she's not going out and finding the coaches that she wants. Because the last group that she really went out and like found was me and Jenna. And that was now 3 years ago. And, that I think that has something to say about it, is that we can't just like sit here and like expect money to roll in and like our business to be growing and our income to be growing if we're not putting in the work, right? It's kind of like praying for our business. Like some people might think, Javen, well, why do you pray for your business? Like what? Like I think it's a great thing to do. And the reason is because I'm not just sitting here praying saying, God, give me $1 million. Like that's not what I'm doing, right? I'm sitting here and I'm putting in the work and I'm putting in the action and like I'm asking for blessings, right? So there's just a difference. I want us to just get to action and get to doing the work that we say that we get to, the work behind the goals that we say that we want, right? There's got to be action and things that Jenna and I see happening in our businesses. There's got to be action and there's got to be that behind the words. So that's kind of like my 2 cents. But 4 business invites a day to end the year 2-star, and business is growing, your team's growing, like your income is tripling. Like, is it worth it? And if it's not, that's okay. That's okay too, you know? But, you know, from the retreat this past weekend, like, you've just got to decide, am I a working, like, go-getter, like, let's do this coach, or am I just like a hobby coach? Both are great, right? But we can't be sitting on the fence, because sitting on the fence is just going to get us frustrated and discouraged and cause us to quit. And we both know, like, if we quit, then, you know, the only thing that we're going to sit back and worry about is, like, what if? What if? And that's, like, one thing that I will never be able to quit, because, like, I know the potential and what this has, like, in store for us as a team, and, you know, for our families. And, you know, it's just, it's so amazing. And, you know, just this past weekend, like, coming on fire for that too. Like, just like, I know some of y'all probably don't know, but like Lindsay Matway, just like actually getting to like pick that woman's brain and like meet her in person, like, she's normal. It's like, it's crazy to think, like, in 7 years, when I've been in this business 10 years, like, that is possible for all of us, what she has done and what she is doing. So I don't know, I'm just like on a high from this weekend too.
Yeah, and I will say too that in my opinion, the longer you take to reach the next goal of your business, the harder it's going to be. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know if that makes sense, you know, because let's be honest, Emerald is pretty simple, right? I know a lot of you guys are Emerald on here. All it is two coaches, right? And most of the time it's our spouse and our best friend or our mom or something, right? And that's pretty simple. Um, and then we get excited, right? We get on fire, like, oh my gosh, we hit our first rank in our business. It's huge and it's such a big deal. And you should be really proud of that. But then we look at Diamond as some like daunting feat that is just so out of, reach. And I feel like it's so simple. And I feel like we just kind of put it off and put it off. And we don't put in the work that we could just put in. It's so simple. Like Javen said, 4 coaching invites a day. I mean, like, that's really doable. And I feel like if we just could commit to that, you're going to see massive growth in your team, massive growth in your business. And, Diamond is not a daunting thing. It really isn't. And any time that we can just simplify things, I'm all about, because I am a simple mind. If it's complicated, I probably won't get there. And at first I complicated Diamond. I was like, there's no way. There's just no way. Then when I realized, like, oh, I can get my customers that have already signed up, and I can just make them coaches and invite them. Okay. Like, I'm just going to get my customers to be coaches. And then I'm going to just ask every single customer that signs up to join as a discount coach. Like, my mind was blown. And then Diamond happened in like 5 weeks. And I was like, why did I overcomplicate that so much? And so that's why I really wanted to talk to you about, the discount opportunity. Like, not saying that's the best way to build a solid business, because it's not, but at least it gets you to the first step in your business, and it gets you confident about talking about coaching. So I don't know. I just hope that was really helpful. And I think I just wanted to touch on one more thing too, because I know a lot of your guys' goals. I see a lot of my coaches on here. You have a vision, right? We talk about vision. Like, Javen brought up Lindsay Matway. I got to hang out with her last week also. And just knowing that she makes over $50,000 a week, I was like, that's my vision. I would really love to make over $50,000 a week and build my dream home. And I have to picture in my head what I want, where I want to be in like 3 to 5 years. And it's not really, yes, financial is important to me, but it's my environment. more that I think about than money. Money's not really a driving factor to me. It's more of, I see myself in a bright house with lots of windows and it's sunny outside and I'm able to drop my kids off, work my business on my own time, be at every single game, put them in whatever sports and activities they want because I have the financial means to do so, but I also have the freedom of my schedule and I can also take them there myself. I would never have to hire a nanny. I would never have to pay for daycare. I get to take them on vacations every single year, no questions asked. If we want to go on a trip, let's just go. That's my vision for my business. Yes, money is important to do all those things, but I'm not sitting here saying I need, $50,000 a month. That's not my vision. That doesn't give me a good vision. I need to actually put myself in my life and actually live in what I want. I want to just be genuinely happy and have indestructible wealth to fulfill the dreams that I do have for my kids and have a retirement fund and have college funds for my kids for, to pass down this legacy to them. So my encouragement also to you guys tonight is that if you haven't really dug into why you're here, why you signed up as a coach in the first place, and if you don't know the potential of this business, I really highly recommend figuring out what you want, because whatever you want, this can take you there. And I guarantee it, because I know people that have gotten there. I know so many people in Beachbody, coaches, top coaches, successful coaches that have made their visions come to life. And so why not you? You know what I mean? Like, why not me? If they can do it, then I can for sure do it. But, we also have to put in the time, the work, and the effort that it takes and know what to do to get there. Because if we're just setting these empty goals with no action behind it, like Javen was saying, like, you're never going to get to the next level. You never will. So my encouragement to you after this call is to, first of all, sit down in a quiet room, turn off the lights, close your eyes, and really look into your life. Like, literally get a vision in your freaking head that's going to drive you to get up earlier, that's going to drive you to sending those 4 coaching invites a day, plus 20 plus other invites to your boot camp or whatever, and know what you have to do to get there. Know that you have to actually invite, show up to your social media, get your own transformation and results, and be social with others and make new friends, because that's what this business is all about. So that's my encouragement to you guys. So I know you have big goals. Any questions, anything you want to talk about, any struggles that's going on right now in your business that you're just like really frustrated about, or anything going on like that? Just unmute yourself and start talking.
I just saw Brittany just messaged me too. She's on here asking about the spouse account. Honestly, in my opinion, it's one of the first people you should sign up. And the reason being is because you want a controlled account at the top of your business center. Meaning once you start to build, that spouse account is another stream of income for you. It's going to be the first emerald that you have that gets you to diamond, and just so many benefits. I mean, like, there's top coaches, like there's videos out there of like what their spouse account earns weekly. And like, I remember Ashley Molstead, she was one of the ones I watched, and like her spouse's account like makes $5,000 a week or something like that. And she says, I haven't even worked it in 2 years. So like, that's the reason why, in my opinion, that spouse account should be up there at the top. Personally, what I do is I get Shakeology in my account, and then, Performance is my husband's account to keep him active. And then everything else now is funneled through my second business center that way. But to keep my spouse active, because you want them to stay active, Performance there, Shakeology in mine, everything else funnels now through my second business center. So it's a good business investment, in my opinion.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So my mom is my controlled account, and as long as it's your spouse or your mom or dad, right? It's okay, right?
Yes, or a kid.
Or a child. Okay. So if I'm having, even if we have different addresses, it's fine, right?
Mm-hmm.
You
No, it's not.
You have to be at the same address.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even for your parents?
That's what yeah.
Oh,
But you can put their address as yours.
Which I did, but I get my performance, I get my performance through her, and it like shipped to her house, but I have everything set as my address, so I was just like, what's going on? So I didn't want to like ask Beachbody, and then they're like, wait a second, what do you mean? And then, so I just figured I would just ask you guys, but I don't know. Somehow my performance ended up at her house, and I'm like, she sent it over to me, but I just don't want it to be. I mean, and I have it set to where like it should be coming to me. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. I'll try to read up.
Last I read, it can be a spouse, a child, and it has to be at the same residence. That's what I read. But I know that's just kind of hard sometimes.
Yeah, because I mean, for like almost a year, I've been getting performance through her, but to my house. So I don't know how it ended up.
Another thing is too, I actually got an email from compliance, I don't know, 2 months ago or so, and they were like, they're like, I see this account as your blah, 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 blah. You need to confirm that they're at the same address. And I just had to confirm that, so I think they're really trying to buckle down on that. I think it's a recent change within the last 6 months or so that they're really trying to nail down, because people are like controlling all these accounts all over the place, and it's getting kind of crazy. I was just trying to look up the FAQ about that, and I can't find it right now.
I think that the compliance thing is just not just controlled accounts. I think it's all over the place, because I was reading in that the Boss Babes Mastermind that people are getting like compliance emails about income posts from like years ago. So I think they're just like cracking down on it.
Well, I got the compliance email too, and it was just for credit card information, and then
yeah, credit card information is a big one too. They all have to be the same card. So, I honestly need to do more research on that. I don't want to tell you guys wrong.
Yeah, so I emailed them back with that, and everything was fine, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I gotta figure out the address thing.
Shannon, your child has to be 18 to sign up as a coach. I just saw your question, and I'm so glad that you're on here. Katie, you unmuted yourself. Did you have a question?
Yeah, just kind of more with this like logistics thing. I posted in one of, I think, Upgraded Alliance earlier today. So I have a friend with the military status that's trying to get that free, her coach waiver waived. And she filled out the form, but then faxed it and got a bounce back from the fax number, and then also emailed it and also got a like bounce back from the email. So I don't know if I should just call Beachbody, or anyone has any experience with this, or.
They might have, because let's be honest, who faxes anything anymore? So I'm wondering if they recently like updated the way that they're actually receiving those. Let me see if I can find it.
Because I just took the form from the BB Links. I didn't look anywhere else on like line, so I don't know, maybe BB Links isn't updated, or I didn't go much further than that.
Okay. I'm looking at it. Hold on.
And it can be something you like get back to me on. It's like,
Yeah, I'm
it's
gonna have to
okay.
get back to you.
I mean, I've had several people fill it out, but I've never had a bounce back or anything like that happen.
Yeah,
Okay.
I feel like somebody just filled it out, and I'm trying to remember. Maybe it was one of my customers. And
I know Lori's son it worked for him, right? Yeah.
Well, maybe I'll call them tomorrow and just make sure like something weird is like, it's not like operator error or something. That's just what she texted me. So
yeah, I might do that and just call. They might just say, oh, have her call us and we'll help.
okay.
But that might be a good idea, just to be like, hey, I just want to confirm, like, this is what we're supposed to do with this. Because honestly, that's all I know how to do.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
yeah, I don't know if that was helpful at all. Anything else, you guys? I'm curious, if I know I'll let you guys go in a couple minutes, but I'm actually curious to know what you are doing for your messaging that you find is like really working right now. Anybody have a message they've been sending to people that you're like, it's been working, I've been getting a lot of responses, anything like that? I'm really curious. Or not. I'm kidding. I will say that for me lately, I feel like I'm getting a good grasp on messaging again, because I went through a little funk for a good month, like not knowing what to say and how to respond. And for me, a lot of just connecting more has been working for me. I used to go straight for the invite because that's just how I am. Like that's how I would want to be invited. Like, just tell me what you want, tell me what you have to offer me, and I'll either take it or I'll leave it. So that's how I was approaching my business. And I found that it wasn't working for a long time. So connecting with people and really engaging in their social media and being really non-scripted, like really look at your messages, you guys. If it sounds like something you wouldn't even say to them in person, delete it immediately. Because if you can't read out loud what you're sending to people and imagine that you're actually talking to them at Target or across the table at a lunch date or whatever, then it's probably not the best way to message. So if you're not finding things that have worked, just talk. Like if I were to ask you, oh, hey, Corey, what are you doing for your health and fitness? What would you say? And how would you invite me to join you? Think about that. And that's how you should actually message your peeps, because they want to feel like they're talking to a real person that's just in this to just have fun and to connect people with it. So if you need help, ask.
Actually, that's true. Like, I'm sorry to jump in here, but
Oh, good.
like I was taking like scripting things from you when I was super first starting, and I would send them and look at it and be like, that is not me though. That's Jenna talking. That is who she is, and I need to go back and change this to be me, because otherwise these people are not going to answer me because they know me. These are the people that are my friends and close people in life, and they're going to be like, she doesn't talk to me like this. Why is she sending me this? And they're going to ignore me, which the first handful of people did when I sent it. And I was like, obviously this is spot on. I cannot do this. I had to go back, look over and be like, okay, and actually sit there and be like, if I was talking to so-and-so, what would I be telling them? How would I get them excited? What am I excited about
Right.
in this?
I love that. It's just really important. And I can't give you a script. Javen can't give you a script. You just have to find your voice in talking to people. So yeah. And
I think scripts.
Connect.
I think scripts are good to like I'm have a theater background, so like when I think scripts are good to mold around. Like get a script from somebody, but then spin off of it. And the more genuine, that's what's working for me. I'm just being genuine. And I've asked for scripts because I feel like I'm horrible at inviting. I'm like, I am the most social.
What? You're like a successful
my warm market is still warm. I'm socially, I am the most sociable. I'll walk into any room, I'll talk to anybody. Yeah. I'll talk to David Hawk. I am super extrovert. It's annoying. I'm not for everybody. But I get in this mode where I'm like, and I think I'm jaded because my greatest friend from high school that I have not talked to in years because we got separated. She got really high ranked in another oily business that I partake in, and finally found her. She's done modeling. She was first runner-up in Miss Teen USA when we were growing up. Like, she's just does incredible things. And I was like, oh my gosh, Rachel, I haven't seen you in forever. How have you been? And she immediately went into a sales pitch with me. And I was like, what? No, like I haven't talked to you in 25 years. My mom used to make you homemade salsa, remember? And it was super sales. And so I feel like I'm afraid that that's going to be me. And it won't be, but I have that feeling like, ooh, did that just come across? And sometimes I have said things and I went, that sounded super salesy, didn't it? No, really, let me just tell you, and I switch gears, because even when I'm not trying to be salesy, all of a sudden I'm salesy. And then I'll be apologetic for it. And that honestly has put the nail in the coffin sometimes for me too. They were like, oh, well, no, girl, tell me more. And it's like, oh, okay. And it kind of wiped the edge off of it. So just take those scripts from people, but then mold yourself around it. Be you. If you're quirky, be quirky. If you're, if your niche is theater, if your niche is athletics, if your niche is teaching, whatever it is, go straight to your niche, because that's what you know best.
Yeah.
Stick with what you know.
That's perfect.
And, another thing I was telling actually Shannon on here today, we had a call, and I was just saying, and this is just kind of basic. I know a lot of you have been coaching for a while, but don't forget that excitement and why you're doing this gets people more interested than the actual product that you're using and the program that you're doing. So if you approach this with just being excited and sharing about why you're loving this and how it's freaking changing your life and you're obsessed, then that's going to be more of a connection to people than, hey, this is Shakeology and I'm doing 21 Day Fix. Isn't that cool? Okay, why though? Why are you freaking doing it? Why would I want to do it? Like, they would just be immediately turned off. So just be careful, about all of that. And if you're finding that your messages aren't working and nobody's responding, nobody's engaging on your posts, change it up. Like, figure out what works. If it's not working, then figure out what does work. Don't stick with the same thing if it's not working. Learn from others. Maybe go into our thread and be like, okay, everybody send what you're sending to everybody so I can get some ideas and put something together that's different. Be proactive in your business. Like, you're the CEO. I can't run your business for you. I don't know what you need help with all the time unless you ask. Same with Javen. But you have to just kind of take ownership and figure things out. but be you in the process and allow people to see that. And if you're kind of in a lull in your business and you're like, I can't get anybody to sign up, you need to get results. You need to follow your fitness program. You need to share some transformations physically, mentally, emotionally. Maybe it's like oh my gosh, can you believe this? 10 years ago, like today, okay, for example, I had nothing to post. I didn't know what I was going to post. But I was like, I haven't done a little transformation in a while. It's not in my top 9. And I just scrolled my photos from 10 years ago. And I was like, I wonder what I looked like 10 years ago. And I was like, holy crap, I have to post something. So literally find a photo of yourself 10 years ago, post it next to a photo of you today, and talk about how much more confident you are and how you are growing younger every single day because you're taking care of your body and you weren't before. It can be as simple as that. You don't have to have 50-pound weight loss and now you have 6-pack abs. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about consistently sharing little things that these programs in Shakeology and this team and being involved in a company that promotes personal development and confidence in you. Talk about how that's changing your life consistently, because that's going to help people understand the value in what you're doing more than you just sharing what you're doing. Always. Yes, Lori.
Sunday, Terry Ann, correct me if I'm wrong. Sunday, I just happened to jump on and there was Terry Ann, and that's the first time we had really connected and talked. And I was kind of just and I was in this funk, and I was like, I haven't even posted today. She's like, why haven't you posted today? Which again, come back to your accountability group. And I don't have anything to post. I need pictures. I need to go to a retreat and get a photographer. And she was like, didn't you have baptism at your church today? And I was like, yeah. She was like, when's the last time you've talked about your faith or anything like that on your post? And I was like, oh, well, I haven't. That post has probably gotten, now I just posted in the chat that transformation pictures they're my superpower. I keep them in my back pocket, my transformations. But I posted that post and it got more looks, more comments than anything that I have done since I started pushing my coaching business at the beginning of February. And sometimes you just have to not be so health and fitness, but people need to know that your insides and the fruits of your spirit are doing well as well, not just what's on the scale or that dress that you're fitting into now. They need to know your mind, body, and your spirit are 100%.
My cat's pictures are my most liked photos.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's important, when it comes to this will be my last 2 tips for and we'll wrap it up. But you have to remember in your messaging and then also in your posting, you've got to speak to yourself. That's who you're talking to. Because you want to attract people who are like you, who are in the same phase of life as you are in, whatever it is, okay? You've got to remember, what were you feeling like? What were you thinking before you started? What were your fears? In your messaging, what would be messages that you would want to show up? What would you like to receive? And think about that, because your avatar is just like you. And they're going to like the same things. They're going to want the same message. They're going to, have been having the same struggles that you have. They're going to want the things that you want. So really, if you feel like you're getting stuck in this, or you're stuck this month, or you're just you're struggling, you've got to get back to yourself and think, what would I want to hear? What would I want to see? Okay, so really just come back to you. And then the last tip I want to leave you with, as we push, and we're really pushing as a team right now, if your inboxes are empty, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that we don't have a business right now. Because every single day, there should be messages and responses or reach out messages, DMs. There should be messages every single day in our inbox. We should be clearing out, having conversations, is what I mean by that. And if we're not having those conversations like we've been talking about, we don't have a business, okay? And, if we're not showing up on social media, we don't have a business, okay? This isn't a brick and mortar business where I can just go clock in and work a couple hours and then just come home and like I'm away from my business. No, this business is pretty amazing that, it does work for me like all the time, right? Like I am constantly growing a business and earning income, whether or not I'm sitting here like this. That's the difference. Like if I have a brick and mortar business, if my shop isn't open, I'm not making money. Does that make sense? So our shop is our inbox. And if we don't have messages in that inbox, we don't have a business right now. So that's like my goal for you tomorrow is to like get in inboxes, okay? And get to work. If you are not emerald, you are emerald by next Thursday. Zero, that's what you're doing, okay? We've got this. We can do it. We're going to do it together, okay? Jenna's team, our team, we are a 2020 elite team, 1,000%. And we can do that by the faces that we see right here. It's going to take us linking arms, working hard, and going at this together and having a vision and a mission together as a team. And that is me helping all of you all too. That's me helping Katie. That's me helping Larissa. That's me helping Stephanie. It doesn't matter. We're one big happy family, okay? We're going to do this together, and we're going to like celebrate 2020. Like I can't wait for December. I literally can't wait to just like us all get together in person and just like celebrate each other so much. So just keep that vision and, that in the back of your mind as well. We can do it. I just kind of like squirrel brained there too, but.
Holla.
Let's take a boomerang.
Yeah, let's boomerang it up. Thanks for being on tonight, by the way. Like, you guys just showing up tonight just shows that you are dedicated to this team. So I appreciate it so much. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Sweet. All right, guys, if you need anything, you got to reach out. Post on your social media every single day. I'll tag you. Javen, I'll tag you.
Every time I always forget to do the boomerang and I do a normal picture.
Good. Okay, you guys, I will talk to you later. Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.